Hey everybody, welcome to the Working Man Challenge. I think I got the right guy. We're here with, we're here with our hunter up in the crossroads, working on level 1500. Now, if you haven't been with the Working Man, basically it's Iron Man, but you have professions along with it. So it gives you a little bit of a boost to leveling. My guy's got alchemy and herbalism, so whenever he picks an herb, it gives you experience points. That's why I don't allow in the Iron Man. But this is one where you have to have professions. So see what we got. Oh, that's a Darkmoon quest. I can't do that. Might as well abandon that. Untracking those doesn't work. And we obviously just got to the crossroads, so let's see what we need to do here. She wants to hunt Jevra. We'll test your skill. And a little bit tougher, hunt the Huntress, the Savannah Huntresses. Now you want to take both of them together because, but the areas overlap. So you're going to be running into Huntresses and Jevra's back, like a Huntress right next to a Jevra kind of thing. So I always take them both together. Whatever you run into, you can kill it and get credit for it. Like right now, there's this Huntress there, so we'll just do a little barb shot and get it going. That barb shot makes the pet attack more, increases frenzy. So basically, that'll help get the kill a little cleaner. Oh, once that claws, once that lives, moving right along. Hope you guys had a lot of fun. Noblegarden. Um, I didn't really do too much with this year. For some reason, I just wasn't into it. But it's kind of fun. I mean, the reason, the only thing in there that I would get would be the spring bunny thing. That's 200 chocolates, and quite frankly, I never spent enough time on my character to get that much. So everything else you can't use on a challenge anyway, or I just didn't want it. So, but we got Children's Week coming up. That's another fun one. And what we do there is I've done all of them. I'll do some of them on the streams, but I'm not going to be. That's not one I really get into. And the fire festival in July, I'm still trying to figure that one out. You think of the fire festival in the wintertime. There we go. There's another huntress. This tends to go fairly quickly. Zebras usually take a little while though, because that's usually RNG, and I don't get that lucky though. Finishing the zebra first is kind of interesting. Usually I spend half my time hunting down the zebra. Those are all 100% drops, but the zebra is RNG, and so it's amazing that I get that fast. But I'm not knocking it. Something has to go right once in a while. There we go. Sometimes you just can't avoid it. And let's go turn these in. Okay, let's see. Ichiyaki. Ah, yeah, this is a fun one. The White Mist. Greatest hunter of the Barrens? Nobody's bested him yet. Oh, supposedly. If you're a hunter, you can tame this guy. But I don't have any pet slots open. If you're a hunter, interesting, and my pet 3 comes up at 12, so I can probably do it. Show you how to run this thing on a hunter. Call pet 2. Yeah, I can definitely do it. I can definitely do it. So, where's this Miss Pet? There's this Miss Pet. I took it off the bar so I wouldn't do it by accident. No, I don't do my do want to do it. I can't find it. That's what you do. You dismiss your pet before you go down there. This is if you want to trap Ichiyaki as a pet. Which actually makes a pretty good one. Most predators do. You go down, you find that, oh, there's that darn cheetah. It's a little slower going when you have a pet, but make a respec on the fly just to get that. Yeah, it's just past this guard tower anyway. Just staying on the road, but I was a little leery of the road. Even though hardly anybody comes through here anymore, is that caravan's so bug. There we go, Ichiyaki's lair. His lair is an old giant Kodo skeleton. So now this is how you do Ichiyaki and tame him at the same time. First thing, this is only for hunters. Okay, now you got him tamed. Wait for the cooldown on the horn. This will also keep you from being upset with you. Yeah, cooldown's up in the horn. We'll blow it again. And now you can kill him. And there you go. You completed the quest and got Ichiyaki as a pet. Because you've always wondered how you could do that. If you just tame him, you don't get quest credit. You have to tame him and then go back and kill him. As you can see, this gives you Predator's Thirst, which is one of the pet abilities that I like. That's why I always get Predators. lions, cheetahs, wolves. Plus, they make really good tanks. Which is one of the main things you're looking for as a marksmanship hunter, is a pet that can do a lot of the work for you. But two things to remember. First, you have to have that second pit slot open, or third, or whenever you come down here. You have to have an empty pit slot. Dismiss your pet before you get there. And then just tame it, then do the quest. Uh, if you're doing a challenge, you want to get credit for the quest. But at the same time, if you're a hunter, you might want the pet. So that way you can have both. Now comes the really fun one. Into the raptor's den. We have to go sun scale raptors, collect their feathers, and put their feathers on the nest. One feather for each nest. This is a quest that was in classic, but it's a little bit modified because they moved the lair. It's an actual lair now. It's not just a mound in the middle of the road. Remember, I was doing classic. I gained this thing. I'm like, this sounds familiar from somewhere. See if I can find that lair. Well, that lair is nowhere near where it is now. It was just a big earth mound. But this is like an actual lair. Best thing to do, get rid of this before you get in there, because otherwise it's going to be an ad. You're going to have a big fight right off the bat. You don't need anybody else coming into it. And no feathers. Don't always get feathers. Welcome to the wonderful world of RNG. It'll take you forever to get feathers, or you get like 6 of them. You can wind up with extras. Extras you can just toss them. You have no use for them after this quest at all. There you go, Sunscale feather. That's going to go onto a nest. Oh, I keep forgetting. Yes, I do have herbalism. So one thing I'm doing working man, I was used to. This is the only. This is one of 2 challenges that allows professions. The other one's pacifist. Yeah, I know what I forgot to do. That takes care of that. This is when you don't get an icon for. So you gotta keep your bag open. There's that little gnome warrior, that little goblin warrior. Keep forgetting. Keep forgetting that horde. I mean, little goblin warrior. That was the guy we were fighting Chiaki over. Get a little mad. I took him away from him. This is why I wish I had an extra feather. If you go back down and look for one, this thing will probably gonna respawn while you're down there. Then you went up with six. That's how I went up with 6 feathers. I'll get down here and get one. You go down there. You don't. Not only don't you get one, these guys will respawn back at you. Not that they're going to attack you. It's just that a little frustrating when you have to fight through. You could have just waited. Yeah. You only need the one more feather. And that didn't work. Oh yes, we don't have the Hearthstone set. So I was going to go back to Fairbreeze Village, which I don't. We just have to ride back. Not that big of a deal. It's one of the ones you set the Hearthstone for. Is I just don't feel like riding back. It's a sun scale, so it should give you feathers. But no. And now they're going to get stingy. Man, what's this? What is this timer? Egg timer? Yeah. I swear they do respawn. Usually, now they'll be respawn. They'll go back to that. Watch. See the way it works. You finally get a feather, then they come back. Nope. Okay, so the last feather goes in place. And now we go out here and back on the road. Oh yeah, Jackie's race. I always click that off. I'm not sure if that is when you have to click off or not, but I always do when I remember it. It's a nice little buff, but I mean, I know the one in Darkshore you get from the animal spirits. You can keep that. That's only for Darkshore. You're not gonna be there much longer anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. But this thing will stay with you. It's like the daylight cloak in the in this the ability starting area. Give that cloak and a buff. You gotta take that buff off. But you can log out and in if you want to. That's a bonus everybody can get. There seems to be a theory thing is like if it's someplace in an area where if nobody else if you only get it by going to that one place, usually you can't keep it. Like the monk experience point bonus. But if it's something like an inn where they're all over the place, everybody knows about it, anybody can get to it. They tend not to make you give those up. Well, that's about all we do here. That one little bit. There are other things here to do. I just don't do them on challenges. I want to get the good stuff. More Sean Ramparts. You just wonder why I always go the same way. It's because I know I can go this way. If I want to experiment, I do it on my backups. If I know I can go this way, why not? You know, it's a system that works. Before I go, I'm just going to go and back to the bank and clear my spaces out a little bit better. Thunder Bluff's right handy. And it's easy to get around Thunder Bluff. It's like why I got Armed Forces Stormwind, the same thing. Basically, unless you're going to the auction house, it's harder to get the things in Stormwind than it is in Iron Force. The auction house is the one exception because it puts you when the Flight Master drops you, drops you like 2 blocks away from the auction house, and you don't have to go up and down elevators and anything else. Iron Force, it's off the Flight Master. You got to ride like halfway across the city to get the auction house. There is a shortcut though, but you don't even need to mount up to go to one Stormwind. Just run down, run back. Do I have anything to auction? Got some bank stuff. Yeah, go out. The Malachite can go in. The cloth can go in. Southfields Havens. Southfields Havens invitation. I can put that in the auction out in the bank. There's some of my stuff out that way. That part is I can't sell anything back. I got one more space, and I got two more. Only got 2 more levels to go. Yeah, I better not be buying huge bags. I just see going through here and some guy going, "Oh, you can tame that." Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can tame it. I'm gonna buy an alchemist that thread. Now I know. It's that tangled fishing line from fishing down Dark Moon. Okay, buy a slot for a bag. Put that bag in there. Empty this out. We'll get a 10 slot bag. I can easily make that up with quest rewards and all. Next two levels. A 10 slot bag will give me about 30 spaces, which is more than enough. You get the big old knapsack, 14 slots, but that's 11 gold. That's a little too much for the kind of as little time as I have. So, yeah, 10 slot is fine. There you go. Where'd it go? There we go. There's that 10 slot bag. Now we've got more than enough slots. Let's go back to so I have to put the Haven invitation in. You clear as many slots as possible because like I said, I can't sell anything back, so I have to just toss stuff. 70 eggs is Oh, I can use eggs for cooking. Don't really need mayonnaise, so I can dump the milk. And we don't need this, right, as game tokens for a month. So, yeah, it's clear me out some nice place. Now we go back to Crossroads. Take a nice little cross-country run to Morshant Rampart. I basically just stop at Crossroads to get the flight point. Because every now and then that will come in handy. Once again, I'd like to say hi to anybody that's either finding it for the first time or came over from Facebook. Uh, I ran a Facebook stream for like 3 years. Decided to move to YouTube. Yeah, I'll be here Monday through Saturday, 6 to 8 p.m. most of the time, unless something comes up. Different challenge every night, even when I made it myself. Okay, now off we go. It's really easy to get to Morshant Ramparts, just takes a little while. Go right down the old road. This one caravan hardly anybody takes because of the side trip. I did once. Turns out there's a rare up there that will kick your butt. So after I lost the challenger to that, I'm like, no, I'm not going there on challenges anymore. But if you do see a burning blade lining the road, chances are somebody's coming through. And they will attack you. So I try to stay on the road as much as possible. Once I hit level 16, I could have got the bigger bag. I misread it. Oh well. Still one more bag slot. If I need to, I can buy another bag. Once again, I like this area, this run, because basically the quests aren't that bad. There's a nice, easy. Alliance doesn't have this, where you can go like 20, 25 levels and not have to worry about it. The Alliance basically, I do the Dwarven areas, Teldrassil, Dwarven areas up to Gobala Quarry. Then I go to Teldrassil. Then I go back to Valley of Kings and work my way through Felsamar. then go through wetlands, and that's where the route stops. I'm working on trying to figure out if I can do the Murloc quests in Melville Harbor. I'm thinking maybe if I take my time, I don't try to do another quest on top, but I might be able to pull it off. But we'll see. Get a little more meat in that wetland so we can mount a little higher. I won't go to Dark Shore on challenges anymore. There's just too much wrong with that. Challenge-wise, I mean, it's a great area. But for challenges, I would stay away from it. There's Cadrak. Let's see, kill 5 first Asheville skirmishers and 5 bowmen. And of course, find Gorat. Success never misses. Never came back last time. So you gotta find out what happened to him. He's a little more practical. He wants you to grab 10 serviceable arrows off the battlefield so they can reuse them because their shipment from Orgrimmar is late. You will find out why later on. He wants to use the salve to bring back 5 wounded warriors. It'll heal them enough to get back. It won't put them back into the battle. It'll heal them enough to get back, so that's the main thing. Okay, who's targeting me now? Nobody. So looking for arrows, over there is a good place to go. But I'm going to go find Gorat first. Get what I can along the way. Usually you can get pretty much most of it doing this. Just going as far as Gorat and there's one skirmisher. And there's one arrow. And there's a bowman. The arcane shot looks really nice at night, doesn't it? A barb shot, a little attack, a little arcane. It's 2 of those. There's a little arcane. Serviceable arrow. And I guess that one defender back. Arcane shot's good for when they jump flat into you. It takes almost no time to shoot. Like that, you see. Four out of 5 on the skirmishers. 3 out of 5 on the bowmen. We're moving right along. Oh, you get tons of extras on this. I mean, it's 4 arrows. There's another defender that will be coming back. See what I mean? But you'll get a lot of extras. It's 5 out of 10 on the arrows. And here's Gorat. Seems he got jumped by the elf army. So he gives you a vial of blood. Take back to Kadrak. Says he'll know what to do with it. Need one more bowman. If you need a bowman, that guy's always going to be there. Or it seems like every time I go, oh, there he goes up there. I got 5 arrows. I need 5 more. Sometimes they go arrow hunting. If we just go stand there, I'm going to take this one. That's 3. Might as well get them all. Get him out the way. Now we'll need 1 more then. That's number 4. It's number 6 on the arrows. And yeah, get that. 7 on the arrows. That's a little close, so I'll just go ahead and trigger him. You think he's going to be an ad, or you're not sure, just go after him. 8, 9. This is my last defender I need to bring in. And I'm going to need 1 more arrow. And there's an arrow. So I got most of the defense done, all the arrows, and I brought back all the wounded guys. If you happen to be closer to the other side there, it's easier going down entrance and just come all the way back down here. Sometimes when I'm chasing down arrows, I'll wind up over that side. Let them know that we've got all the Asheville guys. Give him Gorat's final report. And a vial of blood and just take it to Dinah. She's the shaman, their medic. Seems that she comes from a long line of shamans, so she might know something that she can do with it. Give him his arrows. And we now have level 17, which gives us a new pet slot. Don't really need a new pet slot, but nice to know. Take Dinah's vial of blood. Let her have a look at it. And while she's looking at it, she gives you the nice gloves for bringing back the wounded. And you can't use those because you have to stay white armor. Never do a green man before you do one of these. This gives you the blood back after doing a little slight ritual of it. Is Father taught it. Take it to the corpse, pour it on the corpse, and you get the spirit back for one last final job. But you have to make sure he's actually dead. Won't work if it's not a corpse. You only got one shot at this. No point in really mounting up because it's not that far away, and there's very much of a chance to get jumped there. So if you got this mount anyway, why bother? Coming back, I always mount up. It's coming back, it's not gonna matter. You just keep flying. But Skeeter still actually have concussive shot. Yes, I have it up here, and it should not be there. It should be down here. Put that up there. Use that less. Concussive shot does come in handy. I go up to Gorat. We'll make sure he's dead, and he definitely is lifeless. So use the blood on him to summon his spirit. Yeah, it was a little friendly necromancy between friends. Yeah. That's why things are so casual in this world. Like, just go pour blood on his corpse, get his spirit out. No biggie. Happens all the time here. Weird, weird world. Uh, yeah, Captain Lindblad, the elf captain, stays on the island and gives orders to his crew, which is against the orc way of doing things. And now we did that. His men have been avenged, so he can rest in peace. And go back to Gorat, tell him that that's all done. Anything you pick up that you don't drop off before you get there, the guards will pick it up. So, I mean, trying to avoid as much as possible. There's so many of them out there, you can't avoid it. So I don't mind up going in. Got to stop way too many times. Out of range. Oh, well, that's life. These folders, and now we move on to Troon. Once you go up to the labor camp and get some wood. These are a little more for spears and bows, and So you need to go borrow Cadillac's Vortico to Brewhusk, pull it back. So the reins off Cadillac, and away we go. That was our 100th quest. Amazing sometimes how fast you can get to like 50 quests. You can do it in like 2 levels, some of these places. There's Gorka, the leader of the labor camp. And it should be glad to give you some, but they don't want to cut it. And they're afraid of going in the woods and the big bad night elves scout. These orc peons are just not worth the effort. Either don't want to work or they're sleeping. So the deal is, if you can convince them to cut it, you can have it. So you got the first one. I've got the sound cut off for a reason, but if you have the sound, you can hear when they're going to stealth around you. I go up. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh, there she is. I hate these spiders. The spiders go into stealth too, so well, since they've already killed the oh, there we go. She already got it done, so now let's get another one here. Got lucky on that one. Sometimes you don't get attacked at all. Sometimes you get attacked every time. And it's every kind in between. It's a little easier for hunters. So as soon as you see it, you fire it. It's got ranged up into the whole bit. They're never lootable. So that's 2. Trick is trying to figure out where they're going and take away the ads. This is kind of a neat trick because they'll go in almost anywhere. Oh, Fargleberry. I don't even remember which way it went, to be honest with you. I honestly haven't got a clue where he went to. I hate when I lose track of him. I think the elves might have got. Oh well, stuff happens. Peons aren't that expensive then. Peons are easily replaceable. It's not like if you let one die, the rest of them are going to be harder to convince. There's no downside to it, really, other than you don't get your wood. First time I've seen one of those, actually, a lot rider type stuffs without having anything around it to attack. Let's see what's in the bag. Some money and healing potion. I'll take the money. Healing potion, not so much. Okay, so I need there's Sharp Talon. We'll get to him later. So you're always going to, almost always going to get Sharp Talon here. The old hunting thing, you don't shoot something that you know what it is. Well, that's good advice for here too. You don't want to be shooting anything unless you know what you're targeting. I've accidentally targeted Sharp Talon a few times. Hang on a second. I'm going to get this guy out of the way first. I don't like having anything that might be an ad anywhere near where I'm going to be because you never know where these guys are going. Those alphas will usually be an ad if they're anywhere near the area. So, of course, he's going that way. Hey, this is one of this tree still standing. Everybody goes this one. And we got our wood. And yeah, Sharp Talon. He's flying close like that. I want to get over this side. So I'm not anywhere near him. I only got one more cut. I lost track of the one guy. I'd probably be done by now. Okay. And there we have it. Our last batch of wood. I hate that. I hate having fake death. It's come in handy a few times, but I always seem to constantly hit by mistake. Okay, here we go. These shoulder guards can't use them, but I got them. It seems that the roads and more shrine ramparts have been cut off. Just sent around there right at a splinter tree, try to get some troops to open it back up. While they're gone, she wants you to There's some natural oil from the slimes so they can lubricate their shredders. So 5 slimes coming up, or 5 natural oils. Not it's gonna be way more than 5 slimes. You get 5 slimes and you get 5 natural oils back to back. You might as well go buy a lottery ticket. Yeah. You got some kind of luck. Okay. Treasure chest. Not really so much in there. You get usually a little bit of cotton lining and a little bit of money, sometimes a broken lock. Yeah. Don't expect anything like that's not like a one of those little treasure robots. You're not gonna get anything worth 300 gold out of there. And guess who? If you're fighting something and the start telling they were near you, he's gonna get you. To stay completely out of this guy's range at all. I mean, and even then, there's no way you can avoid getting this guy at least once. I mean, it used to frustrate me a lot, but I was expected now because I mean, it's almost impossible to stay out of this guy's way. I don't know who programmed this AI, but I'd like to thank him for making Sharp Talent almost impossible to avoid. And we're going to Stone Town when we're done here. So you got to take that to Stone. The reason I say that you got to take that claw back to Silverwind Refuge to turn it in. Well, Silverwind Refuge is also the staging area for Stone Talent. Since I'm going to do both of these, Stone Talent and Splinter Tree anyway, I let fate decide. Usually, fate decides to send me a Stone Talent, so I don't mind. Stone Talent is really easy for Horde. For Alliance, it kind of stinks, but it's kind of rough for Alliance. But for Horde, it's like really easy. I say that and I lose somebody and I feel like a fool. But it's the easiest way to go for Horde. That's why I do it that way. Anybody need a cloak? That's something I can actually use. And yeah, +1 armor. I can use that. And nobody told the Thunderhorns their clothes get replaced by something that was gray. Yeah, it happens to you up in levels, yeah. It's like a level 12 gray and a level 6 white, yeah. I've actually seen greens they didn't replace my whites for because it wasn't good enough. I mean, if you go through here with the quest for these guys, you'll never see them. There I go, yeah. Doing my goblin stage dive. If he wants to, the most, I gave them an award one time for the most overacted death animation of all time. The goblins. They make such a big deal of it. It's like a really bad old movie. You know, the guy dies and spins around the room 5 times, grabbing his chest. You know, that kind of thing. I mean, You know, that scene that Shakespeare would say he has gone on too long. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're getting into them. It's three. Well, we might run into start talent again, but if we do, we do not get a second talent. So there's no if you fight him once. There's no absolutely no reason to fight him again. No actual reason to fight him in the first place. But I mean, it does drop that quest. Get you a little XP. And that's my five natural oils. That being done, you get a back door. She's got some other wonderful news for you. Seems that her runner had to get to the oils. Turns out her runner had to turn around and come back because the elves are having a major assault on Splinter Tree Post. So we gotta go tell Cadrak somehow. She loaded up Kodo with all the wood. So now we gotta go back and tell Cadrak there's Splinter Tree has been being attacked. Since they got the road blocked, there's only one way to do it. That nail captain never did encounter an orc before, I guess. Give up and dismount? No, they don't do that. You were standing there with a cannon pointing at her. She wouldn't dismount and submit. I mean, orcs don't surrender. That's the one thing I remember about orcs. They just do not surrender. Because if you surrender, it's considered a weakness. They're all about honor. That's why Loktar Ogar is their slogan. You know, victory or death. You're either going to win or you're going to die trying. Grosh already killed a few generals for giving up in the fight. So, yeah, you don't do that. Now we gotta go. We have a ring that we can't use, but go talk to Karak in the Splinter Tree Post, and we get counter shot finally. All right. There's another way to get there? Yeah, there's another way to get there. Sometimes they let you ride Dakota with him, which is an interesting little ride. But that's what I don't use disengage nearly as much as I would use counter shot. Counter shot is just what it says it is. It's a way. It's a silence. It's a silence for hunters. Just spell casting keeps them casting for any spell next school for 3 seconds. This is really handy from coming with mages because the average fight lasts 5 seconds. So if you 2 seconds more than 2 seconds into a fight, if you shoot that thing, you're not gonna get a spell off. So I mean, that's why I wait for it. That's sort of the arcane missiles of hunters. That's what that counter shot, arcane missiles, drain life. These are the things you wait for when you roll character up. Shields for mages. That's level 11 now, which is cool. Okay, now we got to. Now, if you had an allied race, you would have that open. Since you do not have an allied race, you have to do it the old-fashioned way. Turn on GPS, and we will be back when we're done with Stone Town to do all this. That's how you get like up to level 25 or somewhere when you're done doing all this. And I keep forgetting to pull herbs. I'm going to start getting some herbs along the way here. That was so much fun blasting through levels. I forget there's actually something else I gotta be doing. It's okay. You don't really have to keep your profession up to a certain level. You just have to have one. You take one and never use it. You know. There's always dailies in Dark Moon. I gotta go back and do the dailies. Probably when we hit Kagdar's fortress. I mean, Kagdar's. No, these guys all get different names that like so similar. Kadrak and Kagdar and you're heading to Astronar. Heading toward Astronar, but you will not go into Astronar is an elf city. A little night elf establishment right across the lake from Hellscream's Watch. So you're not going to go to Astronar. You're going to go down towards Astronar, but you don't go that far. Rainwood Tower, we're getting close. Lovely little town of Satirinar is up this way too. You definitely don't go in there unless you have a quest for it. Don't wander into a whole town full of satyrs by accident. It's hard to wander there by accident. There's big old satyr flags all over the place on the entrance. So don't worry about wandering there by accident. That's one of the entrances, but that's not the main one. Silverwind Refuge. Actually, a night elf camp originally. The Horde took over. These are coming from Classic going, huh? Yeah, the Horde took over Silverwind Refuge. And the old way of leveling, you wouldn't be doing both Stonetail and Splinter Tree. It'd be either one or the other. But and Sharpton's Claw, he's glad to see that because his brother just got killed by this thing. He's lost friends to it, so it's nice to know that it's not around anymore. And I'm not going to take that little quest just to kill a bunch of stuff. Not that major. And he wants you to get on the wagon and go down to the fold. And I keep forgetting that you get on those things, you tend to lose pets. So, and sometimes they'll take the pet away when you're getting on a flight master or you're getting or flying somewhere. But won't always give it back to you when you get back on the ground. So something about that watch out for before you get in a fight and then realize, hey, I'm not a marksman and I don't have a pet. That's not a good feeling. Marksman runs without a pet from like level 10 on for one very good reason. So he's used to doing it. Because at level 24, you get a 10% damage bonus for not having a pet. Now, if you're used to having a pet running around, which you can do as a marksman, you can have a pet. I mean, it's not a problem. What sets them apart is they don't need it. You've got enough trick shots and all that. They really don't need it. You really don't need the pet from level 10 on. So when I'm playing marksman, I was dismiss my pet at level 10 and then throw away the revive key. I mean, I mean, so I'm not gonna worry about it because you gotta be used to not working with that pet. Every spec plays a little different. So I wanted to get that difference in the marksman. It doesn't really hurt him any. I mean, it's got a bag full of arrows that Oliver Queen would be proud of. But that's always nice to know that's in a battalion. They all died, so you're the replacements. A battalion couldn't make it there. Well, there are times when a battalion can't do a SEAL team of 6 can do. I mean, so I mean, depends on the mission. I mean, if you're laying siege to a fort, yeah, you need a lot of people. If you're trying to assassinate somebody behind the enemy lines, you don't want a whole lot of people around. So it all depends what you're doing. Yeah, you get a rank of grunt officially. Officially part of Grumgar's army now. And your first grunt job is to arm 8 of the elf killer bombs that you got in the entranceway here to keep the elves from coming down, of course, because there's an elf base just the other side of the pass. So, and naturally, there are elves floating around in stealth, elf rogues that are trying to get you. They gotta be proximity bombs because nothing with any kind of a brain is going to step on that. This is one of the areas where your tab key gets a good workout. So I don't use it a lot. Their side didn't use it. These guys aren't mages, so I don't have to worry about counter shot. This is just stealth. You're not going to have to worry about concussive shot either. You're not going to see him coming far enough ahead. Unless you get real lucky. Like that time, for example. There's one time concussive shot can go in handy here. You can see him coming. It's different. If they pop up right in front of you, then you got a problem. So basically, fire flash. For all you guys who think the fire flash stuff is for casters, I've yet to figure out what the difference is between those different, like, of the fire flash or whatever. There's probably reasons for the names, but I don't know the idea. Anybody speak Darnassian? Oh shit. Ah shoot, man. Sorry about that. Crap. I lost my pet. Didn't even realize it. Yes, get him back. Because one time when feigned death definitely comes in handy. Oh wait, he's already dead. Shoot, let's get these let's get this health back up. Let's get this health back up here and see what we can do. Can't use any health potions of any kind, unfortunately. Get a little bit of health back up here and then hopefully stay out of combat long enough for it to make a difference. It's a good thing you took out pet loyalty because I don't think my pet would like me too much after this. Okay, that's all. Now let's get back here. Oh, crud. I forgot men pet. Beast Mastery. By the way, Beast Mastery skills are slipping. I keep forgetting. After the pet attacks, you throw man pet. That's just the way it is. Okay, so we get the hand guards. Can't use them because they're green. Go find Buster Fuzzwhistle. He went out scouting and didn't come back. So I don't know if I was going with him. And on the way, he always gave him these this like battery powered night vision goggles, heat sensors basically. Once you kill 12 Dancing scouts with them. I know it's not night, but night vision also works against stealth. You can bend light around yourself, but you can't block your heat signature. So your body heat will give you away. So that's what these glasses will detect, the body heat. There's one. Yeah, I mean, it's a level where pets can actually die. I mean, the good thing is your pet dying is no big deal. You dying is what disqualifies you. Now we got herbs and we got heat signature. Difference is the herbs, the yellow dots. That red scares you a little bit till you realize it's just the infrared. It's not that you're dying. There's the I only got 40 scouts. Get some briar root or thorn. Get some a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yeah. Now let's go back and get the last engineer. That's only what I came here for. If you don't get here, maybe you get shot at while you're up there. I'll clear these guys off from the base. Now we remove all the obstacles. Let's go up there and yep, that's him. He's got a note in his hand. Seems there's a Huntress Daviana that's leading the Alliance assault, and she's got the attack plans on it. So we need to get the attack plans so we can stop the attack. One slight hiccup is that Davina there, she's a hunter. So you got the extra little problem of having to fight the pet and her. Fortunately, my acceleration button is up to normal, so got a funny feeling that's going to come in handy. It's basically you got to concentrate on the hunter. Then you come back and get the pet. But I don't have little goodies like multi-shot. I don't think I do anyway. Multi-shot would really work here. But you don't have that yet. No, you don't get multi-shot till 23, which is kind of dumb. You need it a lot sooner than that. Trying to avoid ads again. There's not enough scouts that I can just haul out of here as soon as I'm done. There's the Huntress. Got myself out of the melee there. Not bad. Learning how to manage those fights pretty good. And there's the big old Alliance attack plans. Oh, yeah, I got to shoot one more scout. You can haul my little booty out of here. Okay. Yeah, my try can ride. With apologies to Queen. Uh, okay, showing the attack plans. And the Overlord Chrome Guards want to see these, so you have to give them another Chrome Guard Fortress. No, we've got Flare. Flare is cool. Flare is absolutely useless outside of PvP, though. Flare is basically a front for rogue hunting. And show them the Goblin's little glasses actually work. So he's all excited. So now he can start producing them for the troops. And off to Crown Guard's Fortress. Yeah, Flare. All Flare does is it breaks things out of stealth. Exposes hidden and invisible enemies. This is your rogue. That's your rogue hunter on battlegrounds. That's basically all it's for. Not too much. Not too much use for it for questing purposes. You can find a few uses for it, but mostly it's used in battlegrounds. Where rogues can be a huge pain. The Mage Royal. See, 330 points for one node. That gives you an idea of how much a boost you get with these. That's why I don't use it for Iron Man. Too much of a boost. But that's what this what challenge is all about. Using that stuff help you go. That's why I'm flying through these levels. When we get to Chrome Guards, we turn all that in, get our new quest. We're going to basically take a break and go do some dailies. Rip down the Thunder Bluff, do the cooking and fishing daily. Doing dailies is a big part of the working man too. You want to do all the quests possible, including the professional ones. That's why I always take the dark mode. There's Overlord Kromgar. He doesn't stop talk to anybody. There we go. Show me client's attack plans. And he's happy you found them, and he makes you a sergeant. Before I take those quests, I'm going to go over here and check out the quartermaster. You can use the quartermaster now to get equipment if you want to. And since it's all green, you're not going to want to. But he is a good repair guy. So basically, the quartermaster is just for repairs on an Iron Man type challenge. Now, Green Man might find something useful, but then the Thunder Buff we go. We'll pick up Kumgar's quest when we come back. Yeah, let's see what's coming up on the calendar. Oh yeah, today starts the PvP Brawl the Packed House if you're into PvP. Time Walking Dungeon event ended this morning. And they have a skirmish bonus event if you want to try out Arena. And we got a bonus event for that, which will increase the rate of honor you gain from doing skirmishes. Skirmishes are basically just practice. If you want to try Arena, that's what you do. Next week, we got the World Quest bonus coming up. So if you're anywhere from Legion on up, and you want to get some bonuses for your World Quest, go to the Shadowlands. It's a good time to stock up your anima. Used to be Legion. It used to be where we stocked up all our artifact power, but that don't work anymore. Still think it would have been fun to be able to go back and repower those artifacts. I really do. And if it wasn't possible for them to do it, or if they didn't want to, probably wasn't possible. That was a lot of changes over the course of that expansion. Shame though. It was frustrating. It was kind of fun, you know. Give you something to do. I gotta get the artifact power today. I gotta do this main quest, you know. Mulgore spice bread. Oh, this is an easy one. She wants to make 5 fresh Mulgore spice bread. And for that, we need flour. And you got the spices already. So all we gotta do, find a nice little patch of grass here. Put up a little cook fire. And I still can't believe you can do this in Capital City. Wait a minute. Oh, boy. Yo, I knew there was something I was forgetting. We're making spice bread. What did you forget? Yeah, we've got the spices. I'm doing good. These rented brains, I'll tell you, you really gotta buy them. The rented ones don't work so well. Okay, we're doing 5 spice bread. Now to turn them into Mulgore spice bread, you add the spices into the bread, shove them right in there, and then you gotta do it this way. And that makes your Mulgore spice bread. But you will actually see places listed like an innkeeper's things. You'll see Mulgore spice bread. And they're not lying. They say they deny like it. You will find Mulgore spice bread on Azure Watch. Surprised me too when I first saw it. Yeah, his first cooking award. Hey. Fishing trainer. I go down and fish up the crayfish out of Stone Bull Lake. There we go. And notice you think, well, I'm here. I got some stuff I got to cook anyway, so might as well just make use of the fire while I got it. Deer baked eggs. And the Caldori kebab. Or spider kebab. And that yellows out spice breads. I might be having to oh, let's see, the Karina's right here. Let's see what I got. Nothing yet. Gotta get up to 40. I got 10 more points to go. Oh well. I've got to go down to Stone Bull Lake outside Bloodhook Village to do my fishing. While I'm here, I'm going to go straight from Bloodhoof. I gotta come back up here anyway, but I'm not gonna come down to the bottom again. So I'm gonna buy a big bag. I have the money to do it now. 108. I'm only gonna need like 46 for riding. So let's get the nice big thick hide bag. Those they work the old-fashioned way. You gotta put them in your bag, and then put them in there because it binds to you. Of course it does. It's a bag. Now we go down the Bloodhoof. Don't think we got this one. If we do, well then, I mean, it's right for nothing. But probably going all the way up, then come all the way back down. Let's take my chances. I had to come down here anyway to get the bag, so. How are we doing for alchemy? And nothing much there. Might be able to pick up a little bit here. Yeah, level 19. Next time I ding a level, we'll be able to get more riding training. So that's cool. I'm almost there too. Not gonna be that far away. I'll either do it here or I'll do it at Kromgar's. I see a nerd. I see a node. Oh, you look along this game, you'll see a nerd. Yeah, but I mean, see a node. Okay. Ah, Peace Bloom. Well, I really need a silver leaf, but I'll take it. I know there's silver leaf here. I know that for a fact. I've never seen it. I was doing my quest through here. There's a big silver leaf. What's this? As soon as I mount up, I see one. Good boy. Thunderbluff, the home of the Peace Bloom plant. In case you wonder where the homeland for Peace Bloom was, it's right here. I've never fished on this side. This left side here. Let's see. Just for the heck of it. Yes, I have. I know. You're looking for your dog, right? Yeah, it gets to be a little much after a while. You can do these crabs two ways. You can either jump in, or you can fish for them. But I realized if you just jump in, you won't get any fishing points. That's the whole idea of doing these fishing quests, is to get fishing points. So you can see there are quite a few little crabs over here. So I'm in a good spot for them. Hmm. Sometimes you get nothing. Here's one. Fishing's up to 52. Cool. We should be pulling these crayfish really quickly. We only need 10. There's two. The thing about if you get points for nodes, skiing's kind of a dumb one to take. Not really. Skiing helps for one reason. You're going to kill more creatures than you're going to be killing on quests. You're going to be going around purposely killing things just to get the skins. And they'll give you experience points. It's like cooking. Cooking, you would think, doesn't give you a whole lot of experience points. Think how many things you killed just for the meat. Yeah, same thing with skiing. There's three. Crayfish. It's four. And this is about as boring as regular fishing. But you have to get those points somehow. So I think working man, this is the only challenge you have to do these on. So it's not like it happens all the time. Tomorrow night we're doing Iron Man. No, not really. Yeah, tomorrow will be Iron Man. It's basically what we're doing now, except no professions. So it's moves a little faster. It's five. 6. No, not quite yet. Getting ahead of myself. Six. There we go. If I say 7, will it happen? No. I have to sort through my food, see if I can throw away. Because way more food than you're gonna ever need. So get a little money out of it. Need 3 more of these guys. Nine. One more. Do a lot of fishing in Stone Bull Lake for fishing quests. Another one we have to catch mated pairs to restock the lake with. There's one in Thunder Bluff. We have to fish snakeheads out of the lake. Some little mean goblin threw some in there, and now they're taking over. Yeah, there's a lot of fishing to do. Some fishing quests you don't have to do fishing for, but or don't do much anyway. There we go. 10 of 10. Now we fly back to Thunder Bluff. Turn them in. Then we're heading back to Stone Talent. Probably won't be able to do more to get back to Stone Town tonight. So remember, tomorrow night is the Iron Man. Thursday night is the Allied Race Green Challenge, which is just the Green Man that's only for Allied races. Friday night we have the Basic Challenge, which is something I came up with I'll tell you the rules when that comes up, but it's something it's pretty interesting. And then Saturday night we're back to the Green Man, and that's our week. Uh, I like to change it up on the weekend, but basically Monday through Thursday is pretty much like that. Monday through Wednesday definitely is like that. Thursday can change, Friday changes. It's a little complicated, but mostly the week stays pretty much the same. Turn this in. Of course, I didn't reset my Hearthstone yet. What good would that do? That would only get me that back there faster. Okay, turn the crayfish. Bag of shiny things, which basically is a bunch of crud. There's some money in there. 61 copper, polished skull, and some strangle kelp. That strangle kelp might sell an auction out at some point, but now we go back and that's all I'm going to do is go back to Kromgar and that'll be it. So I'm not going to wait till whole flight back. So see you tomorrow night for the Iron Man. If not, one of the ones later in the week. And don't forget, if you like it, to tell your friends. I'm not sure how to get a subscribe button on here yet, but I'll figure out a way. Um, if you want to just look up the best way to do it is just search up Travels in Azeroth, and then hit the subscribe button on there. Uh, if if you do that, then just tell your friends, hey, let them check it out, and spread the word that way. So until next time, stay safe and have fun.